Good morning. The other morning I decided to do a tidy up of the lounge room. It's been a while since I've been able to do that, since I've had the energy to do that, as you can see. So to motivate myself to do that while I was eating breakfast, I took that little clip of what the lounge room actually looked like. Hubby had been doing the best to keep up with it as he could, but he'd been working 6 days a week lately. Daughter had the flu, I had my relapse. So it was getting a bit out of hand. So now that I'm feeling a little bit better today, I decided that, well, yesterday, I decided that I was going to clean up. And my motivation to do that was to take a video to show you guys. So maybe we can just sit and have a chat while I watch myself do that. It looks so funny and fast forward. In, out, in, out, in, out. Today for lunch I have rice, Korean seaweed, tuna, kimchi and a boiled egg. It's absolutely freezing. Hubby and the kiddo have gone for a walk. They've taken their umbrellas because it's raining. So I'm taking my chance to talk this through while I'm doing it. So yeah, with the relapse, that seems to have done whatever it's going to do. My vision did improve a little from when it was actually in the active flare-up, but it's definitely affected more than it was. Thankfully not as bad as it was initially. And I definitely have muscle weakness, especially my legs. Went up some stairs a few days ago, and normally I can get up the stairs just fine. I'm a little bit tired by the time I get to the top, but this time about six steps, I think, from the top, I felt really draggy. It was like I used to feel when I was going up those stairs like last year when I was a lot less fit. So that's not fun. So me doing this cleanup was also a test to see how well I can do, basically. So I remember a time when a 10-minute tidy up was all I could do. I'd set the timer for 10 minutes, do the 10 minutes, and then go and collapse on the couch again. And as you can see from the couch, the big pile of pillows and everything, that's normally on my bed. But the last couple of weeks I've been sitting, my day nest has been my all-day nest. I've had that much insomnia. And restlessness, and because with hubby working 6 days a week, I thought it's not fair me tossing and turning and reading on my phone or whatever while he's trying to sleep. So I've just continued with my daytime nest all night. My back's not happy, but and that way, if I just fell asleep during the day or overnight, I could sleep through. Then when I'm awake for 3 hours of a night, I can just do my own thing on my computer or whatever, and then it's all good. So yummy. You didn't realize how high the cushions, the pillows sit up from the couch. Oh, no wonder it's so comfy. Comfy, you know, not in a long term though, not all day, every day. So yeah, my desk was a complete mess, dishes everywhere. I mean, it's not as bad as it has been in previous times where I've had relapses or just fatigue or PMDD stuff. But yeah, I'd got to the point where it was making me anxious, the mess in the room. So even when I was resting, I wasn't resting because my brain was just cataloguing all the things that I had to do. I'm sure some of you know what that's like. I mean, those baskets of folded clothes have been there 3 weeks now. When my kiddo put them away, she said there was actually, she actually got sneezes because they were that dusty. They've been there that long. So she kind of shook them out as she put them in the drawer. I must admit, satisfying watching me be able to clean, like, consistently. The only thing I've cut out of the video is the time when I'm off screen. Like when I walk things out and put them away in the other room, you don't need to see that. But all up, it ended up taking me 48 minutes to clean the room. I'm still feeling pretty good here at this point. But I think I start to get tired soon. But yeah, 48 minutes of consistent cleaning. I even vac the room. There was a time when I couldn't vacuum the room. Hubby would have to do that. I'd do the tidying, he'd do the dusting and the vacuuming. So funny. In, out, in, out. Oh my god, if this was a drinking game, you'd be wasted by the end of this video. Every time I left the screen and came back on, you'd hit it. Oh my god, you'd be so done. So yeah, I guess it didn't look that bad, the room, when I first started. I mean, it's lived in. I mean, the floor was a mess. There was rubbish all over the floor. But I think about how it's been in times past. Would have been 4 times the amount of dishes on the table. More clothes on the floor. The washing not folded, yeah. And that makes me feel good too, because I'm doing this tidy up in the same month that I've had a relapse, you know. Oh, these papers were so much frustrating. So much frustrating. See, that's some of the brain fog I have from the latest relapse. I already had some, but some of it's worse now. So, yeah, the papers were so dusty. So dusty. Again, they'd been there a long time. And I couldn't sort them out. I ended up just putting them on the chest of drawers in the bedroom just to sort out another day. It was just too much. Sorry, I'm hungry. Is anybody else eating anything while watching this? Like sitting down and having a snack and a listen? I know I like long form blogs like that, where people just chat away and eat, because then I can just do what I want while I'm listening, you know. Back and forth and back and forth. So what's everyone else been up to lately? Anything good happening in your places in the world? What's something you're proud of that you've achieved lately, like this month? Oh. I forgot I did this. Oh. Yeah, by the time I was folding these blankets, I was sweating. Sweating down the back. But again, folding these blankets by myself was something I was proud of, because I haven't been able to do that in a long time. That's why when we do the washing, I do my clothes and her clothes, and he does his own clothes and the linens and the towels and things. That way it's sort of a fair distribution. She's old enough to fold her own clothes, but she doesn't always have time with schoolwork and stuff, so. But she puts her own stuff away, which is good. So she was not impressed with the baskets and baskets of clothes that she had left now that she got better from being sick, so. But, you know, when you're sick, you don't have time to do that, and you're busy getting ready. Too busy getting ready. Busy trying to get well is what I was trying to say. Actually, interesting, I just know I didn't drink as much as I thought I was going to either. I mean, that was 48 minutes of solid effort, and all I had was those 2 little drinks. That's interesting. That little bucket down there that I just took the stuff off, that's some sand, like sandpit sand. And we just play with that when we feel like we need some zen time. I was left over for when she was really little. It's just nice, something nice about the sand falling through your fingers. And I'd love a little zen garden, but I can't be bothered cleaning everything if it spills. That's why it's all safely in that tub with the lid. Yeah, so here I moved the couch by myself. And I'm vacuuming. After already cleaning up however long that was that I've been cleaning up for. Yeah. So this just actually is a nice record for me to show how far I've come with my physical fitness. I know I'm frustrated with the scales at the moment, because again, I'm up and down the same 5 kilos, realistically speaking. I'm the same weight as I was 12 months ago. As you'll see as you probably saw on when I was scanning around the room, the blocks, the cubes that are there, it would stay 341 without a B-I-N-G-E. I've learned you can't say that word on YouTube because you get a age restriction strike. Even if you're talking about the fact that you haven't done that, they still say no. I challenged it, but they said no, it's not age appropriate, so it has to be restricted to 18 plus. I mean, my videos aren't for children anyway, but yeah, so I have learned you have to spell B-I-N-G-E. Can't say it, even if you're talking about not doing it. So I'm almost a year of not doing that. I thought when I started out, I'd imagine I'd be 10 kilos lighter, and, you know, pictured so much different. I'm sorry, brain getting tired. I pictured being in a differently complete place than I am now. Wow, a completely different place than I am now. Physically, I thought I'd be swimming 4 times a week and doing 5Ks regularly, going for bike rides. But that's not my reality, unfortunately. But my inches are definitely different, because that top this time last year, what I'm wearing in there, my belly still hung out the bottom. I'm so tired. I'd forgotten I was recording by this point. I was that tired. I just stopped and sat and went about what I was doing. But yeah, the top, even when I was sitting, the top part of my belly would be sticking at the bottom of the top. Whereas here I noticed, even I lifted up my arms, put them down, my belly didn't stick at the bottom at all. So that's huge for me. Then that top used to be tight. That used to be, see, look, yeah, I'm I've completely forgotten I'm recording. I've sat down to watch a show on YouTube and then I sat there for like 10 minutes and then my mum rang and I was like, oh crap, the phone's over on the bookshelf still. So I had to run over and turn it off. So here it is later in the day after I've actually cleaned up compared to earlier in the morning when I decided to do that. So I'm actually really happy with that. Wow, that time went quicker than I thought it was. I'm just blathering on. Enjoying my lunch. Can't believe I'm at the end of that already. So yeah, I think my weigh-in's next. Yep. I figured out how to do this. I got hubby to put contact on the scale because the scale was so reflective. I couldn't weigh myself. You could see everything because I weigh in nude. So I did one test of it. I'm like, oh, I cannot show that on the internet. Not even for an 18 plus channel, you know. This is last week's weigh-in. And it shows you how I put it on the towel so it's easier to slide out. It doesn't skip, doesn't do anything weird as I'm pulling it in and out. And this is this week's weigh-in. So I'm really happy with that result, considering I've had so much pizza and so many fillet of fish meals doing my food therapy thing that I've been doing. Because that one session was good, and then I ended up doing that a few more times. One day I had 2 fillet of fish meals in the one day because it was triggering so much good therapy stuff. So I'm impressed with that this week. So the other meals in between were obviously good enough that it didn't matter that I was having so much takeaway. I'm not going to continue it on for next week. I've had my week. I've learned so much about myself through that. A lot of my meals were the takeaway meals for food therapy. And then because I was doing so much work then therapying myself, I'd order meals, the sandwiches from 7-Eleven like I get, or I just do freezer meal prep stuff. So that freed up my time to do the therapy that I needed to do this week. And then it gave me the energy to do that. And looks like they're back from their walk, so I need to go. Okay, bye.